All right, hello everyone. This is the continuation of God is My Everything. On this video, we're actually going to go over the actual song. The last video, we just went over the intro. It is a challenging intro, but it is one that you can definitely do with practice. If you would like to skip that intro, that whole, all that thing that we did last time, here's something that you can do. We're going to start we're going to go from the 2, and we're going to go to the 5, and then we're going to go straight into the song. First, we'll go over the scale and the number system, and then we'll get right to it. Excuse me. All right, so we got E flat. The song is in the key of E flat. This is Chicago Mass Choir, God is My Everything. The song is in E flat. So starting from the scale and the number system, you got E flat as the 1, F is the 2, G is the 3, A flat is the 4, B flat is the 5, C is the 6, D is the 7, and then you're back at the 1, E flat. Sorry, I keep yawning because I've been up all night. Okay, so one thing that you can do if you want to skip that intro, like I said, we're going to start on the 2 and we're going to go to the 5. So when you're on the 2, this is something that you can do. First, let me play it so you can see how it sounds. You go right into the song. So it starts with the go 2, 5, 1. When you're on the 2, you got F in your left hand. In the right hand, you got A, C, E flat, and G flat. Once again, that's F in the left hand, A, C, E flat, and G flat in the right hand. Now we're going to go to the 5. We got B flat in the left hand, A flat, C, D, and F in the right. You can, in your left hand, if you want to do B flat and F, you can do that as well. But once again, that's A flat, C, D, F in the right. And that's over the 5. So you got 2, 5, and you got the 1. Couple different approaches that you can take whenever you play this part. God is My Everything, with the choir will be singing. Excuse me, so sorry, I keep on yawning because I work third shift. Okay, so when I first started playing this song, I would actually just play the chords corresponding to the choir and what they're singing. That's what I would play. I would just do the... Right? God is my everything. That's what I would play. God is my everything. God is my everything. I would just literally play the chords that the choir was singing. So I would be doing the bass run, and I'll teach you all this stuff. Play it down here. That's what I used to do when I first started to play it. And then when I changed and got a little bit better, then I stopped doing outlining the actual, choir parts, and I started just playing right? And just start playing little chords to be able to go with that. So I'll teach you both. If you want to play that left hand movement that they do. Here we started at the 2, then we went to the 5, and then we're going to do this in our left hand. When we get to the 1, we're going to start walking. All right, so what that is 1, which is E flat, 3, which is G, 5, which is B flat, C, which is the 6. And then you're going to repeat that. You got the 1, which is E flat. From there you go to the G, which is the 3. From there you go to the B flat, which is the 5. From there you go to the C, which is the 6. Now you want to practice that until you get it down, because that movement is going to stay constant, okay? And I'll show you the other ones too, but it's going to be a constant. Boop, doom, boom, boom, boop, doom, boom, boom, boop, boom, 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 doom, doom, doom. 1, 3, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay, slowing it down. Play with the beat. 1, 3, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay? You got to get used to being able to do this. All right? You should be able to, carry on the conversation and not mess up, because you've practiced this so much that it's kind of second nature to you. You don't actually have to think about it anymore. So I'm no longer really thinking about the things that I'm doing here, because it's so automatic, because I've practiced it over and over and over and over and over again, right? And that's why I can say all this and not mess up with it. Once you get to the point where you don't have to think about it no more, and you're subconsciously thinking about it or subconsciously doing it, that's when you know you have it. 1, 3, 5, 6. So spend hours and hours and hours, if you need it, practicing this part in your left hand until it's no longer something that you're thinking about. It's just a movement that you subconsciously do. That's very important. Now, if you need to slow it down, and slow it down, okay? Okay? But you have to practice that until you can truly get it down, all right? Now, if you want to play it like that, where you play the outline, the chords that the choir is singing. So let's see where it goes. Now, when you're doing this progression in your left hand, or this movement in your left hand, you got 1, 3. When you hit the 5, that's when you're going to hit this chord in your right hand. That's 1, 3, 5. When you hit the 5 in your left hand, you're going to hit this E flat major chord in your right, in root position. That's E flat, G, and B flat. Once again, E flat, G, this is over the 5. Now you're going to hit this E flat major chord again when you get back to the 1. Because remember the progression. Remember the movement. Sorry about that. 1, 3, 5, 6, and then you're going to go right back to it. 1, 3, 5, 6. So what I'm telling you is that you're going to play the E flat major chord on the 5, and then when you get back to the 1. So you got 1, 3, 5, and then you're back on the 1 right there. That's when you hit the E flat major chord twice. Again, for the second time. Like that. So you hit the E flat major chord over the B flat, which is the 5, and you hit it over the 1, which is the, E flat major chord over the 1. Now the second time when you're going to go to my everything, when you go into that my, that's going to be on the 6. So you got God is my everything. So you got the E flat major chord over the C, and then E flat major chord over the 1. My everything. So let me see. So after you hit that E flat major chord on the 1, when you hit the 3, going on that movement, still doing the same movement, when you hit the 3, which is the G, you're going to go to the A flat major chord in first inversion. So that C, E flat, A flat. Once again, when you hit the G, that's C, E flat, A flat. To make it clear where we are, we start with the movement again. 1, 3, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. Now I'm going to play the chords with it. God is my everything. I think I messed up. So. That's where we are. It's hard to do it when you slow it down, but hopefully you get what I'm saying and where it comes in. So you got God is my ever. That's where we are. There we go. Every. When you're on that re. Or God is my ever. That's what we just did, the the. When we was on the G, C, E flat, A flat, re. Every. When you're on the re, it's B flat in the left hand. So B flat in the left hand. And you got B flat, E flat, and G in the right. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense of what I'm talking about. So you got God. So when you say God, when the choir is saying God, that's when you're on the 5. You got the E flat major chord, E flat, G, and B flat. on the 1, E flat, and you got another E flat major chord. Same chord as last time. E flat, G, B flat. Okay? God is my. So when you get to this 6, you're doing my, and it's the same exact E flat major chord that you have. My, You're getting ready to say everything, but you start off with and when you hit the you say when the choir is singing or you're saying you got E flat, which is the 1 in your left hand, and then you got the same E flat major chord in your right. E flat, G, B flat. That's E flat, G, and B flat. This is when you went to the 3, which is G. You got C, E flat, A flat. Re, B flat in the left, B flat, E flat, G. Thing. E flat in the left, E flat, G flat, B flat on the right. I really hope that makes sense. Okay? God is my everything. So that wouldn't work. So. Okay, so I actually messed up. So instead of my everything, and when you say thing, I was telling you that you're on the 1. That's wrong. I'm sorry about that. You're actually on the C. This is the 6. Because remember, the movement is 1, 3, 5, 6. So thing, my everything, is actually on the C. When you say thing, you're on the C. So you got C in the left hand, and you got that E flat, G, B flat. Sorry about that confusion. So God is my everything. Right there. So let me play this with the rhythm real fast. One, two, ready, chord. God is my everything. Like that. That's if you're wanting to play what the choir is doing. God is my everything. Slow it down. Here we go. God is my everything. Slow it down even more. 1, 2, ready, and go. God, oh, sorry. Sorry about that. We're going to do it again. Here we go. God is my everything. God is my everything. Okay, so hopefully you get that. Hopefully that makes sense. A way that you can use in order to kind of practice the rhythm. Because the main challenge to this song is the rhythm and like your hands doing different things. So that's one way that you can do to play this song. And it's the first time I started, this was actually the first song that I learned how to play at church. And this is the way that I was playing it, just with, the choir songs. So we're going to go to the next part, and I am going to show you like a different way to be able to play this that's not the outlining what the choir is singing. Because, I mean, technically you don't need to play that because the choir is already singing it. But it will help them to understand what's being played and things like that. So I will show you different ways, but first we're going to move on, and I'm going to try to keep it simple again. So you got God is my everything. Keeping that movement going. God is my everything. Now we're going to go from here to the 4. So after you do that part twice, God is my everything, you're going to walk to the 4. Okay? How you walk to the 4, you're going to go 1, which is E flat, 2, which is F, G flat, which is the flat 3, and you're going to go to the 3, which is G, then you're going to go, finally we arrived at the 4, which is our target. Okay, the target is we're going from the 1 to the 4, and we're going to do a movement over the 4. But in order to get to the 4, we walk to it. 1, 2, flat 3, 3, 3. Okay, so from the top. God is my everything. God is my everything. Walk to the 4 right there. Oh, sorry. But yeah. And that's what I just showed you. Now just to give it, because I am playing it, so I might as well give it to you that. God is my everything. Right? You hear me do that? So what that is kind of playing off the pentatonic scale. I think that's what the pentatonic scale is, but basically what I'm playing is G flat to G, B flat, C, E flat. Once again, that's G flat, G, B flat, C, E flat. Now how you would put that in there, you got that movement, because we've practiced this movement enough to where now we got it automatically, right? We've been practicing, we didn't skip ahead in the video. We got this until we got it down. So we got that movement. Here it goes. That's where it's gonna go in at. Slow it down. Here we go. Slowing it down some more. Here we go. So if you want like a actual way to be able to know exactly where to push it, you got in the with that movement on your left hand, you got E flat, G. Now when you hit that, you're gonna do that in the right hand, that G flat to G. And that's when you're on the 5 in your left hand. So you got the G flat to G in the right. So you're gonna hit the you're gonna hit the C's at the same time. So you got that G flat to G with the B flat in the left hand, and then you keep going with the melody. So you got B flat in the right, and then the C's at the same time. So let me start that over so you can see what I'm really doing. So you got left hand starts to move it. You go from the 1 to the 3. Now your right hand is going to come in with the G flat, and then when you hit the G in the right hand, you're going to go to the B flat in the left. Right? And then the right hand is going to go B flat, and then you're going to hit the C's at the same time. C and C. Like that. Okay? And then when you hit the E flat in the right hand, you're back at the E flat on the right. So let's go over that for a little bit. Slow it down. Here we go. Slowing it down even more. Down even more. A little bit hard to do at slow levels, but this is what I would recommend that you do in order to get it down. All right, so keep on practicing that until you get it, but that's what it is. So you got walk to 4. Man, so you wanted to outline what the choir was doing when you're on the 4. So remember, the last thing I showed you before we did I showed you that we were walking from the 1, 2, flat 3, 3, 4. Now when we get to the 4, we're going to keep a movement going. Your left hand is going to be moving pretty much this whole song. So from here, you can literally just do the A flat, F, E flat, F, and then back to A flat. And then you just repeat that. So you got A flat, F, E flat, F, or you can go A flat, C, E flat, F, A flat, come down here, A flat, C, E flat, F, A flat, C, E flat, F. But that's the movement that you're going to be doing once you get to the walking to the 4. Here we go. I'm going to start at God is my everything. God is my everything. That little walk that I showed you. God is my getting ready to the walk to the 4. Now here's what I just showed you. Okay, so you're going to keep a movement going in your left hand. And this is going to be the next thing that you need to practice in order to play this song. You got to move over the 4. You can do that. A flat F, E flat F, A flat F, E flat F, A flat F, E flat F, or A flat C, E flat F, A flat C, E flat F, A flat C, E flat F, A flat C, E flat F. Okay. So whatever type of movement that you choose, you're gonna continue to move while you're on the 4. Okay. Now, if you want to play the chords with it, right? So, He's my joy and sorrow. He's my hope for tomorrow. Right? You're playing the chords that correspond to what the choir is singing, or something similar to it, if you want. So let me start from the very top. Not very top, because the very top was 5 or 2, 5, 1. God is my everything. God is my everything. Walk to the 4. Now we're moving on the 4. He's my joy in sorrow. Okay? He's my joy in sorrow. Now, if you do notice, I am doing like kind of a ghost note, what they call a ghost note. It's to fill up the time. I'm going A flat, F, E flat, F, E flat, A flat. So I'm kind of going back F, E flat to the A. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da. That's F to E flat. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay? So right before I go back to hitting this A flat here, I'm kind of ghost noting off of the E flat. Right? So from the very top again, I'll slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Here we go. God is my everything. God is my everything. Walk to the 4. He's. So when you do he's, you got A flat, F, and then you got the chord corresponding to he's. So he's my joy and sorrow is what we're getting ready to do. He's my joy and sorrow. Right? So A flat, F, chord. Now the chord is, you got E flat on the left, C, E flat, A flat. He's my joy. So you're going to hit the same chord, and it's going to correspond to the E flat, the F, and the A flat. So you got he's my joy in sorrow. So it's just corresponding with what the choir is singing. I have to speed it up so I can know exactly where to hit it. So he's my joy in. So you got he's my joy in. So in, when you say in, what the choir says in, that's when you're doing the E flat, C, E flat, A flat. Oh, really hope I'm not confusing you. So you got he's my joy in. So you got a chord on he's. Okay. You got a chord on he's. You got a chord on my. You got a chord on joy. You don't have nothing on the in, or he's my joy. So after joy, when you hit the A flat and you get the chord, you hit the F without nothing, no chord in the right hand. So you hit the F in your left hand with no chord. And then in, you do have the chord, and it's over E flat, C, E flat, A flat. Hopefully that makes sense in what I'm saying. So he's my joy in sorrow. Now, when you go to saw, because you're saying sorrow, he's my joy in saw. When you say saw, you're actually going to this B flat major chord in first inversion, which is D, F, B flat. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but D, F, B flat. He's my joy in saw. So when you say saw and you go to this D, F, B flat in the right hand, you're over the A flat in the left. So you got D, F, B flat in the right hand. You got the one, oh sorry, woo, the 4 in the left hand, which is A flat. So he's my joy in sorrow. So this part is a little bit staggered, a little bit off of the, words. So you won't be able to necessarily time it with that. But he's my joy in sorrow. Sorrow. So you got saw, which is over the A flat. You got the D, F, B flat, and then you go F in the left hand, and then you hit the chord C, E flat, A flat, and then you hit the left note, which is E flat, left hand movement note, which is E flat. So once again, he's my joy in sorrow. Okay? Pay attention to that. He's my joy in sorrow. So pay attention to that timing. Sorrow. Okay, if you don't have that, just rewind it. Okay. That's the next thing you're doing. So you got this movement going from the A flat, F, E flat, F, A flat, F, E flat, F. Now we're going to walk to the 5 from the 4. So we're going to go A flat, G, A flat, A, B flat. Because we're walking to the 5, and the B flat is the 5. A flat, G, A flat, A, B flat. He's my joy in sorrow. Now we're on the B flat. We're on the 5, and we're still keeping a walking bass line. Now we got B flat, G, F, G, 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 B flat, D, F, G is another thing that you can do. B flat, D, F, G. But you're going, this is over the 4. Now you're walking to the 5. So I think that's what it'll be more so than that E flat chord that I just played. So he's my hope for tomorrow. So let me see. Let me play it full speed so I don't mess myself up. So you got. Find a way to simplify it. So he's my hope for tomorrow. All right, so when you go to when you're walking to the 5, going 4, 3, 4, flat 5, 5, and you're doing that bass line where you go from the B flat to the G. So when you get to the F, okay, you're going B flat, G, F, G. When you get to that F and then walk on your bass, you can hit this B flat major chord in first inversion. So B flat, G, and here's the B flat major chord in first inversion. So when you hit F in your left hand, you got D, F, B flat. He's my hope. So you get the same chord that I have showing you, the D, F, B flat over each one of those notes. He's my hope he's my hope for tomorrow. It's kind of hard to do it slow. I'm sorry, guys. So He's my hope. 4, 2, ma. So you got the same exact chord corresponding to the melodies. You got he's my hope. 4, 2. So on the 4, 2. I'm speaking words, not numbers right now. 4, 2, tomorrow. You got 4 is over the 5. 2 is over the G. So you got 5 is, I said it's over the 5. Now I'm looking at it like I'm in the key of B flat. So it's over the 2, and then over the 3. And then when you get back to this 5, 4, 2, ma, you got E flat, G, C. Woo, boy, this is tough. So you got, when you get to this B flat, you got E flat, G, and C in the right. That's, start over again so you can see where I'm at. God is my everything. God is my everything. He's my joy and sorrow. Walk to the 5. He's my hope for tomorrow. Now, after we do that part, hopefully you got that part. If not, just let me know and I'll do the best I can to try and break it down. But I won't want this to go too long without going over the rest of the song. So we're going to go B flat to C, D flat, D to the E flat. So you got from the very top, 2, 5, 1. God is my everything. God is my everything. Walk to the 4. He's my joy and sorrow. Walk into the 5. He's my hope for tomorrow. Now we're walking back to that 1. Right? That's the B flat, C, D flat, D, and then you're back at the E flat. When you arrive at that E flat, you got to continue on that movement that we did earlier. Remember, this is a very movement-filled song. So I'm going to start it over one more time. A little bit slower. God is my everything. God is my everything. Walk into the 4. He's my joy and sorrow. Now walk into the 5 with the one I showed you. He's my hope for tomorrow. Now you walk into the 1. Back to the movement. He's my rock in a weary land. Now when you get to this part, I'm not going to go over that again because it's literally just corresponding with the choir, with the choir singing. So you just got to kind of find that. That's your homework. So, he's my rock in a weary land. Same exact chords as what I showed you. Just make it correspond to those words. Now you got, we can do this. Or you can just, either way, you're going to walk down from the 5, which is B flat, A flat, to the 3, which is G. So you're walking down from the 5 chromatically to the 3. 5, flat 5, 4, 3. Or in letters, B flat, A flat, G. Okay? Now when you make it to the 3, you're going to play a G major chord. Okay? G major, so you got G in the left hand, G, B, D in the right. That's walk down from the 5 to the 3, and when you get to the 3, you're playing this G major chord. Now if you want to, instead of doing both of your fingers doing the walk down from the B flat, which is that B flat, A flat, G, instead of doing that, your right hand can go to this D and walk down chromatically to the sharp 5 of E flat, which is B. So you walk down from the D, D flat, C, B. That's D, D flat, C, B. At the same time that your left hand is walking down from the 5. So let me just say the letters. B flat, A flat, G. So it's at the same time. You got B flat and D, A and D flat, A flat and C, G and B. Remember, when you get to the G, you're actually on a chord, which is the G major chord. Now, I'll show you 2 different ways to do this part. So you got, let me start off from the very beginning and work my way up to that. God is my everything. God is my everything. He's my joy and sorrow. He's my hope for tomorrow. He's my rock in a weary land. A shelter in the time of storm. So on this part, when you get down to that 3, we're actually going to be going to the 6. So we're on the 3, and you're getting ready to go to the 6, which is C. But in order to get there, a lot of the times you can continue walking on your left hand. So you can either bounce, so you got, okay, so that's, I'm bouncing on the 3 right there. I'm just hitting G over and over again, if you want. Now, when I want to go to the 6, you can walk up to the 6 by going B flat, B, and then you're on the 6, which is C. When I'm on the C, I got C on my left hand, G, B flat, E flat on the right. So let's do it with just the B flat walk down. And I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can hit the G 6 times. And then walk up, going from the B flat, B, and then when you get to the C, that's when you're playing that chord, which is G, B flat, E flat, over the 6. You can also do this. This is that walk down going from the B flat, A flat, G. when you get down to the 3, you continue the walk in your left hand. You got B flat, A flat, G, D, F, G flat, G. And then you hit the G again. Then from there you walk to the 6. B flat, B, C, which is the 6. Okay, let's do it again. You're going to walk down to the 3 from the 5 chromatically. Walk down to the 3. Now we're going to go G, D, F, G flat, G, G, B flat, B, C. So let me show you in timing. Do it again. One more time, slower. Notice when I got back to the 3, which was the G, when I did right there, I hit the chord again on my right. I hit the G major chord again on my right. So I hit the G major chord the first time when I walked down to the 3. Chord. Now continue to walk. Hit the chord again. The 6. Okay, just options. Again, if you want to bounce. Now this time I kind of switched the chord. But first I did G, B flat, and E flat. This time I just did G, B flat, C, and E flat over the 6. Either one you can do. Now we're going to do a 5-1-4 progression. You can either go. Let's see. Let me just play it. I would just do it like that. All right, so after you go from the 3 to the 6, here's what I would recommend doing. I'm trying to think of what's the easiest way to do it. I'll just show it all. All right, so you got, you're going to do a 5-1-4 progression. So you got 3 to the 6, just like I showed you. Now you can do this. So you got 5 in your left hand, which is B flat. In the right hand, you got A flat, C, D flat, F. That's A flat, C, D flat, F in the right hand. Technically, you can go to the A if you want to. I did that by mistake, but you can go there, but this is what I would do. So when you go to the 1, remember you're going from the 5 to the 1. When you go to the 1, you're going to hit this chord. E flat, G, C, D flat, F. That's E flat, G, C, D flat, F. That's 5, 1. Now when you get to the 4, because you've been doing a 5-1-4 progression, you have an A flat major chord. A flat on the left, A flat, C, E flat on the right. In this movement. And you're going to move up to the 5 just like I showed you before. So you got A flat, F, E flat, F, A flat, G, A flat, A, B flat. That's how you walk up to the 5. Get used to doing that because you do that multiple times throughout this song. That walking from the 4 to the 5, but you go down. Now you're gonna go up a half step, up a half step. Now you're on the 5. That's how you walk to the 5 in this song multiple times. Because you're gonna hear later, God is, right? God is. Okay. Before we get to that part though, so we got God is that walk. He's my hope for tomorrow. He's my rock in a weary land. A shelter in the time of storm. 5-1-4. God is. Okay, so there's 4. I've already shown you this. You're going to walk up to the 5. Now when you get to the 5, you're playing a B flat major chord. B flat, D, F. And that's over the 5, which is B flat. So you got the 4, which you're playing a 4 major chord. You go to the 5, which you're playing a 5 major chord. And then you're going to do that thing I showed you earlier. That lick, which is G flat, G, B flat, C. Now you're going to go everything. So you got E flat, C, B flat, E flat. That's 1, 6, 5, 1. Chords is just like what I showed you earlier. You got an E flat major, which is E flat, G, and B flat. That's over the 1. E flat, G, and B flat over the E flat on your left. When you go to the C in your left hand, you got C, E flat, A flat. You go to the 5, which is B flat in your left. You got B flat, E flat, G. And then back to the 1. E flat on the left, E flat, G, B flat. All right. My everything. Okay. From there, you're going to go to the flat 7. The flat 7 is D flat. So you can play a D flat major chord in root position if you want, which is D flat in the left, D flat, F, A flat in the right. That's D flat in the left, D flat, F, A flat in the right. Now you're going to go down to the 6th, which is C on the left, C, E flat, A flat on the right. So you're going to go down to the 5 now. And you can just play a regular B flat major chord to make it simple, which is B flat on the left, B flat, D, F. If you want it to sound more churchy, you can play this chord. B flat on the left, A flat, C, D, F in the right. This is another chord that you can do. Excuse me. You got B flat on the left, A flat, C, F in the right. And then you're right back to the very beginning of the song, which is God is my everything. God is my everything. He's my joy and sorrow. He's my hope for tomorrow. He's my rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. God is my everything. God is. And you just start it over. And I won't go through that whole thing again. This is already over an hour long video. So I'm going to go, you do that a couple times. And then whenever you go to the 4, when it goes to the part where you hear that, you're hearing that thing. So you're going, God is my everything. God is my everything. He's my joy in sorrow. He's my hope for tomorrow. He's my rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. Here we go. God is. God is. God is. God is. God is. God is. So this part where it repeats this. What this is going from the 4, using the same type of chord that I showed you. You got an A flat major chord over the 4. If you want to add this the B flat in there to make it an A flat major 9, an A flat major at 9, you can do that. So I got A flat and E flat in my left, A flat, D flat, C, E flat. Actually, don't hit the E flat, because I'm gonna have you bouncing on this and going to the 5 and bouncing 2. So yes, you can continue the type of movements that I showed you earlier. You know, you can move. You can do those type of movements that I was showing you. Right? When I was showing you all that type of stuff, you can use that. God is. God is. But either way, you're going to walk to the 5 from the 4, just like we've been doing. A flat, G, A flat, A. Now you're on the 5. And on the 5, you got a B flat major chord, same chord as I showed you earlier on the 5, which is B flat, D, F. And then the inversion. But you're going to do this little tritone walk down when you're going to the 3. You're going to go from you're going to walk down from the 5 like we did earlier. You're going to go 3, 6, 5, 1, and that's what brings you back to the 4, which is the top of what we've been doing. So you got God is. God is. to the 5, you can keep it moving. Keep the movement that I showed you earlier. You can keep that going. But now you're going to do this walk down. So the walk down this time, before, instead of just doing single notes, which you can do, you can just do single notes, going down from the 5, flat 5, 4, 3. You can do that. Or you can do this. So you got B flat in the left, A flat, and D in the right. That's B flat in the left, A flat and D in the right. And then you got A in the left, G and D flat in the right. And then you got A flat in the left, G flat and C in the right. Now you're at that 3. And this is the same type of movement that I showed you earlier. Going from the 3 to the 6. Or the 3, keeping it walking, going to the 6. 5, 1, now you're doing it again. God is, walk down. God is, God is, God is, God is. Everybody know that God is. Say God is. God is my everything. And that's how you will come out of it when they say my everything, or you're leading it, or whoever's leading it. My everything. After you go from the God is my everything, my everything. And then you do that flat 7, which I showed you earlier. 6 to the 5, just like we did earlier. Last part of the song, you got this. Right? My everything, my everything, my everything, my everything. So I usually just, just like, again, doing what the choir's doing. So, all in all, you're going to be on the 1. You can just bounce if you want. And then go to the 4 if you want. You can even... walk like that if you want. But I'm pretty sure on the song they do something like that. So sorry about that. But you got E flat, G, B flat, C. And now we're going to go to A flat and do that same thing. You got A flat, C, E flat, F. That's E flat, G, B flat, C, A flat, C, E flat, F. And then you're... I'm trying to figure out the easiest way I can show it. So that's what you can do. Perfect. Okay, so you got what you can do while you're doing this movement in the left hand. You can hit this G flat major in first inversion. So you got B flat, D flat, and G flat while you're over the 1, doing the 1 movement. That whole thing is over the 1. We go 1, 3, 5, 6. Now when you go to this 4 and you're getting ready to do its movement, A flat, C, E flat, F, you can hit this A flat major chord. A flat, C, E flat. You can do something like that in order to make it simple with the octave pops. Okay. I'm probably going to end up making another video because this is becoming way too long of a video. 1 hour and 16 minutes is unacceptable. So for the last part, you know what, I'll just go ahead and do it. All right, so eventually in the song, you're going to hear this. 3, 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 6, 5. He put money in my pocket, clothes on my feet. Clothes on my feet. He put money in my pocket, clothes on my back, shoes on my feet. Is it your everything? Is it your everything? You know, that's what you're here. So on that 3, you got that B flat, D flat, G flat over the 3. You can also add this E flat if you want it. Over the 3, B flat, D flat, and G flat. And you hit it twice. My everything. So when you go to the my every, when you go to that every, you're on the 4, which is A flat, D flat, F. My everything. When you go to thing, you're on the B flat. You got G flat, B flat, and E flat. Sometimes you can do stuff like that. E flat, B flat, C, E flat. That's E flat, B, C, E flat. So when I do that, going down from the flat 7, 6, 5, that's flat 7 twice, 6, 5. You got A flat, D flat, F in the right. It's a D flat major chord in the first inversion. You hit that twice. And then over to C, A flat, C, E flat. That's over the C. C, A flat, C, E flat. And then right back to the nope. So what I typically do is when I get to this 5, which is B flat, I do A flat, D flat, F. I'm gonna end it there. Let me know if this helps you guys out. Let me know if this is I tried to play it simple enough to where it wouldn't be like too hard with all the runs and stuff like that. If you want another video where I'm doing more like that kind of stuff, then I'll make another one, but I don't want this to be 2 hours long. So I do apologize about the length. I don't know how it happened like that. I think I just talked too much. So, all right. God bless you guys. Let me know if this helps.